hapon. So my topic today is about organic feed formulation, but I'm able to present on specific on formulating and compounding supplementation for very institute chicken. This is our output of our research funded by the WISTI that was implemented by the year 2011 to 2014. So the focus of the talk is more on formulation of supplemental feeds. Sa bago tayo kain, be aware of the food that we these chickens, especially on the broilers, these are commercial breeds and layers, grow faster and lay more eggs because of the additives added in their feeds. And according to Janet Reynolds, farm animals receive 30 times more antibiotic than human. That is why in Europe right now we have passed legislation whereby the antibiotics used for animal should not be used for human. So one of the critical ingredients in the feed formulation is the essential amino acid. So one of these is what we call the methionine. So methionine, this is one of the very limiting essential amino acid in feed formulation. Every year, the animal livestock is importing thousands and even millions of kilograms of this methionine. In US, way back in 2010, the concentration of methionine is only about 0.1% concentration level in the feed formulation, and by 2012, it was totally eradicated for those who wanted to do a organic feeds. Sa atin, for chicks, yung nilagay natin is 0.5. What is the side effect of using methionine? So the alternative source of methionine, aside from the feeds, because the feedstock is one of the very limiting, so we need to add the synthetic one. So yung synthetic one, the accumulation in human system, it will lead to what we call the liver tumor. Ganyan. But if you want your animal to grow faster, just add more methionine. The allowable level, the Philippines is 0.5, but the deadly inclusion level is only 1.4%. It could be pretty fatal among human who are eating animals with methionine more than 1.4%. And aside for that, one way also to let the system to grow faster and to lay more eggs. There are a lot of studies dealing on the use of what they call the estrogen promoting compound. One way is that to include this compound in feed formulation, it will trigger the layer to lay more eggs. There is some development right now in layer production that the layer can lay as much as 300 eggs per year. Sa ngayon, baka next year, dadami pa yan because of what we call the uses of some compound that will trigger the layer to lay more egg. Yung ginagawa nila is that how layer can lay twice an egg. But to lay more egg, meaning to use also some synthetic chemicals to force the chicken to lay more eggs. Now, what is the situation right now in the feed industry? It is what we call the bias market. Yung pataba, tumataas, but the price of the animals is fluctuating. So yung feeds continuous yung pagtaas niya, samantala yung price naman ng animals is unstable. The cost per stock unfortunately with feeds is increasing, but the price of marketable animal is unstable. And the feedstock availability, under consideration. Mostly the feedstock used in the Philippines are important. We evaluate the data of the volume of imported feedstock from 2009 to 2013. It involves billions of kilograms. And besides The recent study right now is that there is a competition between human and animal for cereal. So based on the data of the Food and Agriculture Organization, it shows that 50% of the globally produced cereals are devoted for animal feeds. Yung pinaka-critical doon is that there are some studies shows that the available resources on Earth can only accommodate 12 billion people. And right now, we are more than 7 billion. So that is why that the trending right now in the global community, especially in the feed industry, is that on how to find alternative feeds for animal production. For example, what happened if we're going to take a look at the local and the international scenario. According to Dr. Irene Hoffman of the Animal Health and Production Division of the FAO, he reported that those breed of animal, commercial breeds of poultry used in the Philippines were developed not in the Philippines. So meaning that the packaging technology should also be taken from that country where it was developed. So in terms of breeders, the Philippines is importing breeders, chicken breeders from other country. Yung pinakamasakit doon, if we are going to trace back the area where the chicken can be found, it can only be found in South Asia and Southeast Asia. And there is no chicken in Europe then. But the problem is that because those chicken that were imported were developed genetically, and then they developed their own technology. Even the raw materials, feedstock and cereals. So meaning that it will be competing in the same market from where we taken that kind of technology to tayo. That is why that the production cost of the broiler in the Philippines is more expensive than the landing cost of broilers from the other countries. So that is what we call the implication in terms of the economy, in terms of the money that we use, in terms of importing raw material from other country, and besides, the continuous use of the synthetic chemicals and formulation can also affect the health of consumers, and not only consumers but even our environment. And there is some also implication in terms of the socio-cultural. Now what will happen if the country will have its own breeder? Meaning that we will be developing our own breeder stocks. And how we develop that kind of breeder stocks? Now we will be also using the raw materials locally available. At the same time also for the feedstock. So meaning that if we will be the one producing our own inputs, the cost of the chicken in the market would likely to be lower. Now, in terms of the use of antibiotics, nung nakarang linggo, with some talks with my friend from the medical field, sabi niya, right now we are not using the second generation antibiotic, but we are using even the third and fourth generation antibiotics. Why? Because of the continuous use of antibiotic in animal production, for the fact that there is what we call the withdrawal period, the level of that medication. However, we are not following the withdrawal period, meaning that the chemical formula that we structure present in the meat of that kind of animals would likely also affect the health of the human who are consuming it. Now, what are the hindrances? Actually, our project is funded by the DOST. The purpose of it is how to produce supplemental feeds for native chicken. Right now in the country, we do not have the formulation specific for native chicken. What is available in the market right now is for the commercial feeds. Based on our experience at the feed mill, we try to develop machinery for community-based feed milling. So, kaunti lang yung investment requirement. So, in terms, we have a capacity of more than 5 tons per week. For investment in terms of equipment, kaunti lang, less than $1 million. one of the problem right now that if we're going to formulate commercial feeds, organic commercial feeds for animals that the limited and expensive cost limited. To the point that kung hahanap ka ng raw material mo sa liver corn-based material, dito sa Iloilo, almost it is saturated by the GMO. So GMO is highly restricted in formulating ration for organic rations. So that is why that in our feed mill, we develop what we call the CBU feeds or the Central Philippine University feeds. We're not using the GMO. Instead, we're using what we call the native variety of corn. And what we found out that in terms of the food protein level, based on the approximate analysis that we conducted, yung BT and our corn, yung CP content is only 8%. However, the native corn that we have is about 12%. And right now, US is developing a high protein corn. Kung tingnan natin, nandito na sa atin, yung isa lang doon sa concept during the Livestock Keeper Forum in Switzerland is attended, isa daw sa pinaka-effective na conservation is utilization. So if we will not utilize our own native corn, baka someday, we'll be keep on buying high protein corn imported from US, whereby dito sa atin mismo, nandoon na yan. So that is what we found out. Second is that if we are going to use RR, our observation is in terms of the mortality of chicks. This is our observation. Ang nangyari doon, in terms of the mortality, masyado mataas. And what we observe is that the internal organs, specifically the GESAR, nag-i-inflate. Hindi kaya ng sisyo na tunawin yung RR o glyphosate. That is why kahit na tag 11 pesos per kilo yung RR corn, we're not buying RR corn. We are using the native one kahit na tag 60 pesos per kilo. So this is one of our experience. This is what we call a limited availability of the organic feedstock. And then there are a lot of restriction in use of synthetic chemicals, feed preservative, and even the amino acid isolates. Kung gusto mo bilis yung laki yung baboy mo, we are going to use what we call the digestible protein. And what is that digestible protein? Yung soybeans, umaabot hanggang 36 pesos per kilo. The lysine is only 170 pesos per kilo. The lysine that we'll be using is the amino acid isolates. Yung pinakamataas na source ng lysine is the soybeans. Mas mura kung bibili ka ng lysines. You can use even what we call the rice bran. However, it is highly restricted in an organic feed formulation. The use of what we call antibiotic growth promotant. And yung mga patuka na binibigay doon sa manok, it is they're using or they're mixing what we call the antibiotic growth promotant. Now, kung yung patuka mo, if you're not using some other additives on how to prevent diseases, yung problema mo, yung mortality na mataas. That is why that we embark into other researches known as what they call the development of phytogenic feed additives as alternative to antibiotic growth promotants. And those are what they call plant-based antibiotics. And beside, because if you're going to formulate feeds free from synthetic preservatives, yung shelf-life naman is affected. Before we develop the CBU feeds, inabot kami hanggang 10 tons na yung naging waste because of deterioration. Now, the problem is that how can we use, what are the feed preservative that we're going to use in formulation of the feeds? Yung isa doon sa nakita namin is what we call the use of what we call the lemongrass. Lemongrass can be used as a feed preservative. However, do not use lemongrass more than 2.5% inclusion level. Ibig sabihin, if you can formulate 100 kilograms of feeds, only 1/2 kilogram of it can be the lemongrass deep meal. Ang problema nyo, pag nasubrahan kasi, yung bilay ng manok, kinakat ng lemongrass deep meal. So that's why that the level of concentration should only be 25% level. And I think right now there are a lot of researchers that should be done in this area, considering if you're going to reduce the moisture content, or reduce moisture content by 10%, aabot yan ng 1.5 months na hindi mapanis or mag-rancid. However, ang problema mo naman, pagpatupak doon sa manok. Because the lower level of moisture content can also affect the disability of the pigs. And then, another one is in terms of the market. In terms of the market. Mabuti lang yung mga NGO na they were able to put up what they call the Bagsakan Center for Organic Products. However, there are also some other NGOs na walang bagsakan. We keep on promoting organic agriculture, but if the market is not available, tapos yung bili naman, yung presyo naman sobrang mahal, walang mangyari naman. What we did is that in the first formulation that we formulated in feeds, using what they call the alternative feedstock, yung cost kasi ng packaging namin is only 25 kilograms. We're not packaging at 50 kilograms. Bakit? So that it can be easily used by the racers. We are selling that at 300 pesos per bag. Wala akong bili. Bakit? Nakakulot kasi pag presyo, masyadong mura, yung quality daw, mababa. So what we did is that we increase that to 600. Maraming bibili. What an opportunity. Yan ang magandang market na. Pag mo sa ora, kung hindi naman masobrahan mataas yung presyo, dahan-dahan nyo lang. And then, pada quality. Based on real experience. My president is clamoring to me. We raise 1,000 layers. We are not using any form of essential amino acid. Synthetic. Sa awa ng Diyos, yung 1,000, hanggang 20. The very process of methionine is very critical. Without methionine, growth is impaired. Without methionine, the resistance to diseases will be impaired. So that is why that hindi naman piling gamamit ng growth promotant. So yung manok is dependent on the genetics that he had. Now, there is what I call the standard inorganic. We keep on running the standard, but the problem we do not met the full qualification. We're not using synthetic chemical for the feed preservative, the biotics, and the growth promotant. Yung problema naman natin, yung appetizer. There is a phenomena called as what I call the neophobia. Pag yung patuka, yung pakain sa baboy, pakain sa hayop, bago, hindi agad yung kain ng hayop, patukain. That is what I call as neophobia. So kung bago ka gumawa ng patuka, tapos ayaw na pakain na sa anak mo, have it fasted for at least 4 hours for giving the feed. So artificial covering agents and others. So what are the nutrient molecules? We have the carbohydrates, protein, minerals, and the fats and oil, vitamins, and water. No, water is not considered, but water is a very critical on the growth of digestion of animals. What are the factors associated in the formulation operation? First is the breed, or the group. So commercial breed has different requirement, meaning if we be using commercial breed, then we'll be using your own formulation. The tendency is that in terms of and how the animal will adapt to the formulation. We have also what we call the production practices. Kasi pag yung manok mo, yung hayop mo is on free range, some of the limited substances can be acquired in the ranging yard. However, in confinement, dapat yung content and nutrient niya should also be higher. Black health. It was found out that yung animal mo, pag medyo may sakit, OCP requirement is also higher. And one of the important things that the quality of product needed for the market. For us, we are formulating our own feeds because the market is paying native chicken at a premium price because we believe it is naturally grown. So kung binigyan mo ng commercial feeds and antibiotics, parang niluloko yung consumers mo. The integrity is very critical. And then, in the process, in terms of the palatability, mabilis mag-formulate na patokan. Ang problema mo, kung kanin naman ako, o kain naman ako, okay. And mas maganda kung yung patokan is always fresh. In terms of the variety, we found out that on range, native chicken can ingest about 15 different species of feedstock. Yan ang reason why the taste is distinct. So meaning, if you're going to formulate feeds for native chicken, dapat yung feedstock mo should also be of different species. And also affects the quality of the product. The feedstock will affect the color, odor, and flavor of the meat and eggs. Now, we have also the mechanical condition, hardness and softness. Mas maganda ako if you formulate your own feeds. It is also possessed what we call the medicinal value. The use of what we call the garlic. Out of the different species of plant, garlic is a well-studied plant. It has so many beneficial effects. Garlic at the inclusion level of about 23%. Of 23%. Ibig sabihin, in 100 kilograms, you can mix about 300 grams of garlic powder. Maganda yung epekto niya. We have also what we call the availability of feedstock. Bakit? If you are raising larger number of animals, and then pag-change mo ng patuka mo, very drastic, it will take about 2 weeks for the animal to recover. Okay lang kung manok mo konti lang. But speaking about thousands of hens, malaki yung epekto niya. And then also what we call the feedstock cost. Bakit pag mahal yung feedstock, yung patoka will directly be affected. And even what we call the nutrient availability. So pag niluto mo yung feedstock, there are some heat-sensible nutrient na mawala pag ginamit mo na ininit mo. And we have also some tips in formulating ration because of the time constraints. You can ask for the copy of presentation here in the Secretariat. There is 31 slides, even with the 20 minutes presentation, baka medyo konti. This is what we call the package of technology that we developed at this station at Central Philippine University. If you have time, you can visit the station in beyond. That is one of the biggest research stations for Philippine native chicken. Was featured over several national TV in the Philippines. That is greatly funded by the UST, the Philippine University, and the Department of Agriculture. So our package technology right now, you can copy the formulation that we have farm. We are using this kind of formulation. We are not using the synthetic one. We are able to develop our own natural source of methionine. And this is funded by the DAPAR for its own development. We have also using what we call the FPFA, meaning that is what we call the pathogenic feed additives. It is combination of several plant material that we are able to develop that into feed additives. This is what we call our own formulation. This is a corn-based formulation. Bakit na corn-based? One of the very critical infection occurring in native chicken is the kulay. And one way to minimize the occurrence of kulay is to make the feeds should be corn-based. Kung ang kulay naman is kuryente doon sa inyo, you can also use what we call the moringa extract at a concentration of about 60 tablespoons of moringa extract for every liter of water. Or you can use 1.25% inclusion level of moringa leaf powder in the feeds that you'll be formulating for your animals. Pati yung volume in terms of days, the average, you can ask the veterinarian for the copy. Even for what we call the expected diseases at that stage, isinulatan namin dito. As your guide later on, this is what we call the production protocol that we are following at the Central Philippine University. Even for the formulation in terms of the standardization, you can use this one, libre yan. Only that the natural media unit could not be acquired in the other poultry store. It can only be purchased by Central Philippine University. What we found out is that this is what we call the data. This was taken from almost 1,200 chickens. So meaning that in using the population that we have in 118 days, you can get a type weight of about 1.25 kilograms. However, growing chicken more than to 90 days, in terms of the average weight gain, medyo iba na. That is why that we promoting that when the chicken reaches at this age, probably this is what they call the marketable weights. So your weight gain in terms of flavor and also for the layers. We're using what they call this is about 500 layers, only the chicken layers using. So thank you and good luck.